Hello and welcome back to the eSports Report. I'm of course Benson, and with that announcement of the wonderful Crimsix and the wonderful TeePee joining myself, here they are, live from their lovely homes. Hey Crim, the video, the wrong way around, well, just so you know, that's TeePee in the middle.
You're world champ.
Crim on the right, two-time, no. Yeah, real smooth there, Will, real smooth. But yeah, we'll flip that real quick. But guys, how are you feeling today? How's your day been so far? I know, Crim, you just literally woke up, so.
Yes.
Thank you for that.
Yes, literally just woke up, and I was like, oh snap, 8 minutes and I got a show. And, you know, it's been good. My 8 minutes being awake today has been pretty swell.
Is this what it's going to be like at the weekend? I'm going to be like, where is Crim? You know, the show starts in 8 minutes, and you're going to be, oh, don't worry, I'm good.
I just went hard on the sticks yesterday. I played Destiny like all night long, and you know, we're not qualified, so I don't really have to play Ghost at this point.
What have you guys been playing? You just been playing Destiny? Just chilling out?
Destiny. I played the 2K with Denali yesterday, so I'm still playing Ghost.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Same with me. I'm trying to play some Money 8s and stuff.
So you still playing Ghost?
Here and there. Yeah, here and there. You gotta keep playing on the sticks. We got Advanced Warfare coming up pretty soon.
True.
So
true.
you know, just keeping sharp. We'll be back.
Because I saw Crim, you actually posted on a Reddit thread. I think it was like yesterday about someone who was saying, "Oh, I'm really surprised by players not actually playing Ghosts. You know, there's no one really scrimming." And I saw you post saying something like, "Oh, so much this." And I was like, "Huh, that's a valid point." Because a lot of pros have been switching out games. You know, trying to adapt to differences with, of course, Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. I think it personally feels more like Black Ops 2. How do you guys feel about that? Would you say?
Well, we haven't played it, so.
Oh, you haven't played it yet?
No.
Oh my God.
Neither of us has ever even touched it.
Wrong people to ask, Benson.
I cry. I cry for you guys. Nah, that's made me sad inside. Well, hopefully you'll get some playtime soon. Of course, the game out very, very shortly. But how excited are you guys now to be going to the MLG Arena this weekend? Talk to me a little bit about it. You know, how do you think the MLG Arena is potentially going to develop COD esports?
You want to go?
Yeah, you go.
I'll get it. Okay, I
on.
think it's something we've needed in the Call of Duty community for quite a while now. It's sort of centralized location to have events regularly. And I feel like combining this with the online seasons that are going on, hopefully we can do more of these sort of events more on LAN rather than playing so many matches online. I think it's a great job by MLG finally having a place like that where we can have more LAN time, to be quite honest. Online's not the greatest thing in Call of Duty, so having the chance to play on a more even playing field is going to be great. And I think the competition this weekend is just going to be awesome. Top eight really good teams going to be there. And I'm going to give it to Denial, though. I think they're going to come out hot and go for this win.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
I was going to ask you who you think the strongest team is at the moment. Would you say Denial as a whole the strongest team right now, Teep, or?
I mean, obviously, FaZe is going to be strong. Optic's going to be strong. You're going to see these normal teams that have very good placings going to probably be in the same sort of spots. The reason I give it to Denial is they probably play more as four players than anyone else combined, to be quite honest. They're always on. You see Saints in every single eights trying to start it up. You see they're all playing wages. They just never get off. They never get off. And when you have that sort of work ethic as a team, it's not just like one or two of them. The whole team is just grinding wagers, grinding eights, grinding S&D tournaments, and that's how you get really, really good at the game.
Fair enough. Crim, do you agree with that? You reckon Denial's the strongest team right now?
100% agree. Well,
100%.
Well, here's the thing, Benson. Okay. Denial is good. FaZe is good. Envy is good. I think either one of those three teams could win. I don't really think that this game at its current state is consistent enough to, you know, say, listen, I think those teams will get top four. Like three of those will just get top four.
Okay.
And just one person in the top four is just going to be random. And, you know, I really think that Denial is going to do well, but I kind of want them to win just because of how they lost at Nashville.
Yeah.
But, you know, we'll see what happens, and I want them to win. I want Denial to win.
That's interesting to see you both say Denial, because I've heard a lot of mixed sort of team names being thrown up there, because as you said, you know, there has been that kind of random element, it seems somewhat, like the last 5 events have all been won by sort of different teams, and it's kind of, I don't know, the inconsistency really starting to creep in. But speaking of that, is there any specific team you think could cause some upsets? As you both said, the top 8 teams, very, very solid. But Teep, is there anyone in particular you think could potentially cause an upset come game day?
It's a bit of a tough one. I might go with a team like Rise. They've had a shaky performance the past couple of events. But then you saw them at Nashville. They sort of realized what they were doing wrong online. Instead of like just playing to their sort of connection advantage, they fixed a lot of their problems they were having, and that's why they did so well at Nashville. They took out Optic in a very, very close match, and it comes down to those clutch situations, especially on Search and Destroy, where they've gotten a lot better at that overall. So I think Rise is definitely a team that could come out of nowhere and surprise some of these top seeded teams. I mean, they are a top seeded team, but make a little bit farther through the bracket. But overall, from what you said from before, it's just the game is so inconsistent right now, and you really just have to give it to the teams that have had the work ethic for the past couple of months or so.
Right.
And for me, 100%, that's Denial.
Okay, that's interesting. In terms of players, though, it seems like, for example, you go back to UMG Nashville, Scumpy, for example, was a player who just seemed to light up the stage. Making a top 5, as I mentioned earlier, was just so easy. But besides him, are there any other players that you think, maybe not necessarily just from Denial, but players as a whole who may go into this event and try and make a statement? Crim, anyone pop to mind?
I think, like TeePee said, the players on Rise right now, they just got top 4, so they're basically looking to, almost repeat that. And I think that, Rise is the only team that can cause like an upset like that. I really think that you're looking at a tournament. There's 8 teams, but for contenders wise, I think there's about 4 or 5. The 3 I said before, Optic, Gaming, and Rise. But players wise, I think for Team Envy, it's going to be. Everyone says formal and stuff, but I really think it's up to Merc and JCap. If they have an amazing event, they're going to do well.
Right.
Optic Gaming, obviously Scump. When he's going off, then it's a dangerous sight. For FaZe, it's going to be Censor and Apathy. The other 2 are actually no. I'm gonna go with Censor and Parasite because Parasite.
Really?
Yeah, because Parasite. What I noticed, Benson. This is what. So he plays extremely well at the events he plays well at, but he has like this inconsistency because like 3 out of every 5 events I've noticed, like he does like somewhat, I don't want to say like mediocre, but pretty average.
Okay.
But then those other 2 out of 5 events, he plays amazing. And it's for FaZe, it's really going to be up to Haggy, shutting it down. And for Denial, I'm going to have to go with Replays. The whole entire.
Yep.
Like that 3 of that core 3 of Denial is just so good. I played with them yesterday, and if they're not out slaying, like something's wrong because that team's slaying power and Ghost right now is, oh jeez.
It's godlike.
It's insane.
I agree with that. Of course, you guys are going to be joining myself, Puckett, Fwiz, and Maven next weekend. I'm excited for that. You're going to be giving us your pro analysis, and that's something which I think really is going to add so much to the viewership. You guys so often will listen to something that a caster said, and you're just like, no, that's just not right. That's not why they were doing it. So it's great to finally be able to have actual pro players who've been playing a game all year long, and are also world champions, by the way, to be able to just give us the insight as to what's going through players' minds. But as well as that, I'm more excited for Advanced Warfare. Of course, the game coming up. Neither of you guys have had a chance to play it yet, but you will soon or later. But in terms of Advanced Warfare Season 1 for MLG, what are your goals? What have you set in your mind? Of course, qualifying for that is a must. I'm sure you guys won't have any issues with that. But the goal for the game, have you got any strategies? What is it? Playtime? What does it come down to, TeePee?
At the very start of the game, it's all about who grinds it the most and who figures out sort of that first meta, if you want to call it that. I don't think that term applies very well to Call of Duty, but I'll just say that for simplicity's sake. It's all about who can pick up the best strategies as fast as possible, something that we've been very good at in the past couple of Call of Duty titles. We'll see if we'll be able to do it again and get back to on top. We've had a rough couple of months, the past 3 months or so, so hopefully we can figure out what's going on with their team, get back to where we were before, and just go from there. I'm really excited for the game. I've heard it plays pretty fast. The time to kill from just watching some videos and stuff kind of scares me, but they'll probably balance the guns a little bit more.
Hopefully.
I can't say too much because I haven't really played it, so
Right.
it's all about the feel of the game. But I'm excited to play something other than Ghosts, to be 100% honest.
I feel you on that. I'm not gonna lie. I do. Now, speaking about you just said you've not really had the best past 3 months, but you've been on top pretty much all year. It's fair to say, and as well going back to Black Ops 2 at the end of that sort of era. That's when the era sort of began for Cole/EG, that dynasty. But are you kind of nervous, I guess, is probably the best way of saying it, Crim? Maybe any teams which you think going into Advanced Warfare could really put like a stop to you being the best team in the world?
Things are a bit complicated right now, and we'll see what happens. But right now, I feel like if we were to go to the event, it's all gonna I don't want to sound cocky here, but if we want to win, we're winning or we're at least doing well. And
Right.
I think that it's all at this point. It's all like team morale, and it for us it has nothing to do with skill. It's like if we want to show up and if we want to play, we're gonna do well. That's just we've been teaming for so long, and that's just how our chemistry is and our skill base and our skill sets and stuff like that. But we show up, we play, and hopefully we qualify. So other than that, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say about the matter. But Columbus, AW Columbus, we've never played the game, so we don't even know if we'd
Right.
be good or bad. So, but usually, I mean, stats have shown that we're good at the start of games. So
I'm gonna assume you guys are gonna qualify. If you don't, something's gone seriously wrong. But let's just assume TeePee you do qualify. What are your kind of expectations for the league next year? You got any sort of suggestions? I guess you could say.
To improve the league overall, is that?
Yeah,
what,
just overall, how do you see COD esports growing? I guess is probably the best way. Because obviously we just had, for example, LoL World Championship, right? And there was a picture tweeted by I can't remember who actually tweeted, but it was like Season 1, Season 2, Season 3, Season 4. And it went from, a couple of guys playing in what looked like a very small room to a World Cup football stadium. So I'm curious, in your mind, is there any way of really sort of growing it, or what's the best method of doing so?
I think just having more LAN season type of system overall is going to be the best way to grow it. If you're
Right.
going to make the players happy and have a more consistent result, online is not the best way to do that. So utilizing this arena properly and having consistent events there that allow us to qualify via LAN instead of online, that's really what's going to produce consistent results, especially in a new game. It's going to be pretty random off of the first couple of months or so. So in order to make it as stable as possible and keep the players happy, as long as us as a community are happy, the pro players, it's going to translate a lot. We're going to have a lot more fun playing. The tournaments are going to go better. We're going to give better feedback overall. And of course, we're hoping for a good game. We can't have another year like this, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Black Ops 2, you saw a lot of us. We're still grinding the game. It was a lot of fun.
Right.
It was obviously fun for us because we were winning a lot of the tournaments. But overall, you saw all the players continually play until the end of the game. Whereas this one, I haven't seen a team scrim in about a month.
I was curious to ask you that.
That can't happen in this next game. You can't have a sort of die out with the overall number of players playing the game, because that's how they retain their sort of passion for it in order to watch us.
So do you guys reckon that's just due to the the fun of the game more than anything else? Because you're right. At the end of Black Ops 2, people were still streaming it, were still scrimming it, were still League playing it, for example. But now we're seeing so much Destiny, for example. We see that kind of dominate. Do you reckon that's just due to the game, Crim, or what are your thoughts on that?
I definitely think it's the fun factor involved. Ghost, I'm pretty sure to all the players, Ghost got, the whole fun aspect of the game was gone.
Right.
Sorry, I'm sick. I'm sick. I'm
That
still
better
sick.
not be Ebola. I do not want to catch Ebola this weekend.
I'm hoping it isn't. So
Good.
But anyway, so after Columbus, or no, it wasn't Columbus. What was it? It was what was the event before COD Champs? Regionals? About the time of regionals, teams stopped having fun with Ghost. It was just that, that was the lifespan of the game. And, Black Ops 2, I had fun the whole game.
Right.
I came home from tournaments, I was like, I want to play more. And, I mean, even when we were losing, even when we got, fourth place, I came home the next day, I was like, dude,
Let's play.
that was fun. I'm I want to do more. And, Ghost just doesn't have that. I don't know, how, as a game developer, you like put that into a game, but Ghost just doesn't have the fun factor, I guess.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to Advanced Warfare. I played it a lot, but your opinions would definitely be a lot better than mine on the game. I thought it was a lot of fun to play, but of course it was a brand new game. So I'm hoping that next season is going to be great. Good luck for you guys getting into the season, but more importantly, can't wait to be working with you guys this weekend as well as our analysis, guys. Honestly, thank you very much for joining me as well today. Really appreciate that. Crim, I think you're on the bracket show as well later in the week, so that should be pretty fun getting all your precise thoughts on the season. I'm curious. I think you're either going to do... I think you're going to troll. I just have a feeling. I don't know why.
I'm going to troll?
Yeah, I can just see it. It's just written all over your face that you're going to troll. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for joining me today on Esports Report. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Really appreciate you coming on.
Thanks for having me.
No worries, anytime. So, there it is. Our two fantastic analysts for Season 3 Finals. And we couldn't have really picked any better players. You know, TeePee and Crimsix, these guys have been on top pretty much all year long. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what insight they can give us. Now, with that out of the way, we can move on to the rest of the Esports Report. After this next commercial break, we're going to be taking a look at Season 2 Finals, some of the best moments I could possibly find today. But for now, guys, quick commercial break.